What are your expectations of the upcoming SCO Summit, and what are the major issues and topics that India are most interested in?
Yes, it is in many ways a historic SCO Summit that is taking place here in China, in Tianjin, 2025. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be attending this summit, and not just that, I think the SCO Summit, the grouping, the countries are expanding as well. There are more and more countries that are becoming part of the SCO, which reflects time and age in which we live, where there is a requirement for more and more countries with sensibilities and thought processes and ideas that are in convergence with other countries, example, the existing SCO members, whether it is India or China, Russia, Pakistan, Iran, they all converging together, coming together, wanting to be part of the summit, wanting to be part of a grouping that is for the greater good, for the interest of each other's alignments, economic as well as political and strategic. All right, I also have a question for you. What do you think is the future of the India-China relationship between the two leaders?
China and India are very ancient civilizations, and the two ancient civilizations has a long history of friendship over the past few years. And we know that this year is very significant for the bilateral ties, because this year marks the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and India. And we've seen that Foreign Minister Wang Yi of China have visited India just a couple of weeks ago, and he just met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi. And I just, broadcasting that a very significant event when I was on there in the Beijing studio. And I noticed that one of the signals sent out by the two leaders is that China and India are partners, not rivals. So it is a very clear signal, and that is a turning point for the improvement and development of bilateral relations. And the two sides have made great efforts in boosting bilateral cooperation, not only in economy, energy, and that trade, people-to-people exchanges, and culture.
The joint declaration, the key outcomes of the SCO Summit, which is something that is anticipated when the leaders convene. There are a lot of discussions and talks happen. What do you think could be the key outcomes of the SCO Summit taking place here today?
Yes, the most important thing is that President Xi Jinping will deliver a keynote speech during the highest level summit here in Tianjin. And many other countries within the big SCO family will also gathering together. And one of the highlights is that this organization this year will just release a very important declaration. It's called the Tianjin Declaration. And that the other highlights is that we will also forge a blueprint for the future development. That is the strategic development plan for the next 10 years toward 2035. And we believe that China will just set new vision and propositions in carrying forward the Shanghai spirit. Now, the world is still overshadowed by power politics and unilateralism. What role do you think that SCO will play in safeguarding security in the region and also promoting multilateralism?
It's interesting you mentioned about unilateralism, and in the face of unilateralism, there is this multilateralism that has emerged. We've seen one example of unilateralism coming from the tariffs that have been imposed on, I think, almost all the countries across the globe, which are reeling under this pressure. SCO becomes that alternative voice, along with BRICS, to bring the countries within the global south to come together and support each other and cooperate with each other in building supply chains, in being able to build economic, trade, bilateral and diplomatic relations with each other, in further burgeoning your people-to-people connect, cultural connect, which is really important. I think this is exactly what SCO is, intent of building a grouping like this has been, and it has been extremely successful. And the fact that there are more and more countries who are vying for a place within the SCO makes it even more of a success story. The foundation of the SCO Summit was to ensure regional security for its grouping members. And leaders from all these countries, China, Russia, India, Iran, Central Asian countries, they all have come together in their own way to cooperate with each other, to share intelligence, to support each other by way of safeguarding, to ensure borders are safeguarded, to ensure cross-border terrorism does not take place, to ensure that terror financing is reduced to the minimum, completely removed, completely done away with.